So I'd like to share a lighthearted story, and I must admit that this evening so far has brought up a lot of stories from my life, from my personal background and my connection to cancer and to cancer patients. I lived in Portland, Oregon for a short time about 10 years ago, and I made a new best friend. His name's Rob Noe. And Rob and I were lifting in the gym one day, and he told me about a real soreness. He was sore in his back. And I'll skip to the part where he got cancer. He had stage 4 lymphoma and went through treatment, and he lived in Portland, Oregon with no family around. So his friends became his support system, and I was among those folks who was challenged with and blessed with the opportunity to support him through that very dark time in his life. Well, on his last day of chemotherapy, he asked me if I would go to the hospital with him. But there was a twist. He wanted to go dressed up as a superhero that he created called Lymphoma Man. And I'm not kidding you. I wish now that I had brought a photo of my friend Rob dressed up as Lymphoma Man. Of course I said yes, and I was dressed up as Superman. In the hospital, full leotards, the cape, sitting in the treatment center with his IV plugged in. Turns to me at one point and he says, "Man, I could really go for a coffee right now." So here goes Ryan walking through the hospital in Portland, dressed as Superman. Little girl turns to me in the elevator and says, "If you're Superman, why are you riding the elevator?" I had no answer for her, but that's one of the better ways to experience a full day in the hospital is dressed up as a superhero with your credit card tucked into your leotard bathing suit. So is anyone wearing a bracelet, a blue bracelet? Who's got a bracelet on? The blue bracelet? Okay, we're going to play a game called Heads or Tails. Is anyone familiar with this? So if you got a bracelet, stand up. Do you have a bracelet on? How many bracelets did we hand out here? Okay, got a bracelet, stand up. This will only take a minute. Oh, it's a red bracelet. My apologies. I was listening to Bruce when I was told the instructions here. Red bracelet that you got at the door. Who's got one? Stand up if you got the red bracelet on, all right? All right, so we're going to play a game called Heads or Tails. If you would like to have heads, you're going to pick heads or tails. Put your hand up if you'd like to have heads, and I'm going to flip a coin. And heads, if it's heads and you pick heads, you sit down. If it's tails and you pick heads, you stay up. If your hand is down, you choose tails, and it's heads, you stay standing. You get the idea, all right? Hands up if you want heads, hands down if you want tails. Okay, if your hand's up, you're going to win. All right. I was just making up the rules as I go here. All right, here we go. Hands up means heads. And I have tails, so if your hand is up, stay standing. If your hand's up, stay standing. If you had tails, sit down. All right? Okay, heads, stay standing. Okay. Oh, tails stands up. Heads, sit down. Yeah, I get it. Okay. Thank you. Heads, sit down. Tails, stay up. All right. Now, raise your hand if you want heads again. Raise your hand if you're heads. Okay. 2 people want heads, all right? Oh, 3, okay. All right. Here comes the coin flip, everybody. And I have heads. So heads stays standing. If you had tails, sit down. We're down to 3 players. All right, who's going to tempt fate? Who wants heads? Raise your hand for heads. All right. Well, if you all raise your hands, doesn't... All right, someone pick tails. All right, you'll pick tails, all right? You just hands down, you want tails? All right, here, your heads. Here we go. I have tails. So tails stay standing. Tails stay standing. Stand up. You're still tails. You're still standing. All right, we got 2 players left. One of you choose heads. You want to flip a coin? Get it? All right, you want heads? Okay, here it comes. Flipping the coin now. The final flip. And I have heads. You're the winner. Come on up. You win $100. What? That's all right. I don't need that. What's your name? Ashley Capron, congratulations. $100 richer. But I'm the real winner because now I know the rules of the game. Ashley, thank you. You may go back to your seat. Congratulations. A lot harder than it looks. You're going to enjoy that at all your Thanksgiving dinner.